Hello all, this is Trusha Patel. Welcome to the part 2 of syntax directed translation. We'll be discussing about the example of SDD, that is syntax directed definition. The first simplest example is simple desk calculator. So what we want is, if we give 3 multiplied by 5 plus 4 and press enter, it should give me the answer, that is 19. So first it will multiply 3 with 5 and then it will add your answer with 4. Now here I'll be supporting the three operators, that is plus, multiplication and parenthesis, and the digits. So as we know that SDD is nothing but a combination of grammar along with the semantic rules. So first we have to write down the grammar for this SDD. Now this is the line which I am giving as an input. This line is a combination of two things. First is an expression followed by the new line character. So this I can write like L gives EN, where L stands for line, E stands for expression, N stands for new line character. Now this expression will be the combination of this plus, multiplication, parenthesis and the digit. For that we can write down the grammar like this. Arranging the priorities of digit is the first priority, second priority goes for the parenthesis, third priority goes for the multiplication, and the fourth priority goes for the addition. Now next we have to add the semantic rules to this grammar. So whatever the lexical value of digit is available, that we will transfer to the value of f. Same way, the value of expression which is available in the parenthesis, we will transfer the same value to f. The value of f will be transferred to value of t. Then multiplication of value of t and value of f, we will transfer to the value of t. Then for value of t, we will transfer to the value of e. Then value of e and t will be added and that value will be transferred to e, and at the last value of e will be printed. So you can see here the semantic rule is associated with each and every rule which is present in your grammar. Now let us process the same string. First of all, we have to construct the parse tree for the string which we want to process. So we'll be starting with L. Now L is having only one production, that is L gives En. So L will be replaced with En. Now here I have used red color to indicate the terminal symbol and black color to indicate the non-terminal symbols. So terminal symbols are not going to be replaced by something else, but non-terminal symbols will be replaced by the respective productions. Now here N is a terminal, so it won't be replaced by anything. E is a non-terminal, so it will be replaced by its production. Now E is having two production. E gives E plus T and E gives T. Now depending on what we required, we'll be replacing E with first production, that is E gives E plus T. Now here E will again be replaced with T. T will be replaced with T multiplied by F, then T replaced with F, and F will be replaced with digit. Then next F will be replaced with digit, and here T replaced with F and F replaced with digit. So this is the parse tree for the string which we would like to process. Now first task we have to perform is we have to traverse this tree in DFS manner, that is depth first search, and then we have to apply the semantic rule and perform them whenever we are doing the reduction step. So when we are going in a tree from top to down, we are calling it the derivation step. And when we are traversing the string from down to upside, we are calling it as a reduction step. So starting with the traverser, I'll go from L to E, E to T, T to T, T to F, and F to digit. So up till this, we are going from top side to downside. So we are just following the reduction step, sorry, derivation step. And we are assigning the lexical value of this digit. So lexical value of this digit is 3 according to the string which we are processing. Now we are going for digit 2F from bottom side to upside. So this is your reduction step. So for this reduction step, we have to follow the semantic rule associated with f give digit rule. That is f dot value is equals to digit dot lexical value. So this 3 value will be assigned to f. Now again we are traversing from F to T, which is again a reduction step. So T gives F production is having a rule that is T dot value is equals to F dot value. So value of F will be assigned to value of T. Now again we'll traversing from T to multiplication to F and F to digit, which is a derivation step. We'll be assigning value to digit that is 5. Now digit to f, which is a reduction step. So the rule associated is f dot value is equals to digit dot lex value. So value of digit we will assign to f. Then we are going from f to t, which is again a reduction step. So here t multiplication f entirely combined to f. So rule associated will be t dot value is equals to t dot value multiplied by f dot value. So here the value of t is 3 and value of f is 5. So 5 multiplied by 3, 15 will be assigned to t. Now t to e. This is again a reduction step and rule associated is e dot value is equals to t dot value. So value of t is transferred to e. Now again we are traversing from E to plus to T, T to F and F to digit, which is a derivation step. So no need to perform any semantic rule, but the value of digit is assigned, which is 4. Now we are traversing from digit to F, which is a reduction step. So the rule associated is F dot value is equals to digit dot lex value. So value of digit will be assigned to f, which is 4. Now traversing from f to t, which is again a reduction. So rule is t dot value is equals to f dot value. So value of f will be assigned to value of t, which is 4. Now we are traversing from t to e. So e plus t combine with e. So production rule associated is E dot value is equals to E dot value plus T dot value. So 15 plus 4, 19 is assigned to E. Then we are traversing from E to N and N to L. So rule is print the value of E. So value of E is 19, which will be printed on the output screen. Now I can relate all this value to the attributes of each and every terminal or the non-terminals. So you can see that digit dot lex value is equals to 3, f dot val is equals to 3. So in the parse tree, all the terminals or the non-terminal symbols are indicated with the attributes along with the values of that attributes. So this parse tree is called the annotated parse tree, and you can also observe that the value of f, which is 3, is depend on the value of digit which is 3. Again here the value of e which is 19 is depends on value of e which is 15, also the value of t which is 4. So here all the attributes which are associated with the terminal or the non-terminals are getting the values from the child non-terminals or the terminals. So this is the example of synthesized attribute. Thank you. We'll be back with the next part of SDT.